Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKakodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not by way of their forefathers' seeds, who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who are suffering under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this video is about the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the Microchip. So, here it is. Here you have it. Alright, and the Lord has been warning the children of Israel about this period of time. And we're very much in that time where the mark of the beast prophecy is going to be fulfilled, as well as all of these other end-time prophecies that are going to occur at the end of the rulership of the Edomites, who are these so-called white people. All right, and at the end of the rulership of the Edomites is what? As the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the end of Esau's kingdom is the beginning of our kingdom. All right, Yahushua is returning at the end of this kingdom. And so the mark of the beast prophecy, which is a microchip, is going to be fulfilled in this lifetime, in this generation, very soon. So here it is, you have godlike powers. Elon Musk calls brain chips are Jesus level tech that can perform miracles. Now, firstly out the gate, when it is that this brain microchip technology was brought to the forefront by Elon Musk via this whole Neuralink company thing, he was saying that the brain microchip would be able to do all kinds of things, such as, help those that are paraplegic, and to help those who are blind, where they'd be able to have sight. And then there's this thing called blind sight, right? So he's saying that the microchip, the brain microchip, will allow people, blind people, to see. It will do, basically he was really describing miraculous things, and this was all reported years ago when this all came out. All right, and the Lord put the Spirit upon his prophets to prophesy these things unto you people. And this is the thing, man, you people, you are going to realize very soon, as it says in Ezekiel 33 and verse 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. All right, so the Lord always sends his prophets, man, to prophesy the downfall of a vile, wicked kingdom, to prophesy what is coming, etc. All right, and the Lord has sent his prophets, and the prophets, through the spirits of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, has been telling you of this mark of the beast prophecy, which is a microchip, that it is coming, and the many different reports on it and its developments and everything. It has all been reported. The warning has gone out. All right, and those who are meant to receive it are going to receive it, and those would be those of the elect of the nation of Israel. So this idea of godlike powers, Jesus chips are Jesus level tech that can perform miracles. When they talk about Jesus level, we know what they're talking about. All right, they're referring to the miracles that Yahushua performed, all right, during that time. So he's talking about really spiritual power. He's saying that this microchip will be able to give you, and this is what Esau is doing, man. Esau, he wants to achieve a godlike status, and he's going to do it by way of his technology, or wants to do it rather by way of his technology, right? Which is going to be that microchip. You see, Esau has a God complex, and Esau is also upset about the blessing that he was not given, that it was never intended to be given to him in the first place. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is the son of destruction. And who is that? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? So he has established his dominance and his rule over the world, and he has cast certain lies out there to show his magnificence and his power. For example, his entire line and narrative regarding going to the moon, you know? So Esau has shown himself to be able to do things that like other nations on the planet cannot do, as if they are the highest and the most supreme, which they are not. They're the lowest of the low. But the Lord has put a spirit upon them, where, as it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. Right? And Esau wants to be worshipped as such. And now he's promising the people, right? Really spiritual power through carnal means, which is that microchip. And he's going to be promising the people, telling the people, that the people can achieve a higher level, a higher status, the next stage in evolution, right? As that's a narrative that they put out there, okay, regarding this microchip. That having this microchip will allow you to be able to do all kinds of things. And this has been advertised already by way of the mouth of Elon Musk. But also Esau has shown this in his media as well, okay? That with this microchip technology, you'll be able to do all kinds of things that are not seen and done in this this era, this period of time, right? The rulership of the Edomites, this period of time as we know it. So Esau's going to be promising the people, man, all kinds of things by way of this microchip technology. And this is one of the ways that he will be deceiving the people, by advertising all of the benefits, and not just benefits, but apparent power that it can give. All right, so let's see what he's saying.
I think some kind of brain machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpowers, I think, is probably good. It could, help people that have brain or spine injuries. Enable people who've never spoken for years to speak again, which we've done. Give people eyesight who have lost both eyes of the optic nerve, or maybe have never even seen at all, blind from birth, by direct interface to the optical centers in the brain. You can actually restore eyesight, or give people eyesight that they've never had before, and you can enable people to walk again, which I think is profound. I mean, these are kind of Jesus.
Those are the paraplegics, man. All right, so he has said that paraplegic will be able to walk again, the blind be able to see, right? All of these things, man, that we know based on, the technology that is out there and the condition of the people that they're in, that are afflicted by these things, that there is no level of technology to be able to assist with helping people to come out of these situations. But now with this brain microchip, this is what they're promising to the people who are afflicted with such things. Plus the other things that they are claiming that it will be able to do, that those who are walking around not paraplegic or blind or anything like that will be enticed to take the microchip, right? The scriptures say, deceive them, okay?
Level things, let's say like when technologies are hitting like Jesus level miracles,
and some people taking issue with the comparison.
Right, so let's look at what it is currently
when
doing.
A rat steals human rice.
All right, so this was 10 months ago. Wow, July 2nd, 2025. Watch University of Miami patient and others use Elon Musk's brain chip to control devices. All right, so you'll be able to see this is one of those individuals that are paraplegic, right? They're saying that with this brain microchip, telepathy device, and with it, right, you see the condition that they're in. You see the video game they're playing, Mario Kart. Well, with the brain microchip, they're able to play Mario Kart. however it works, from the implantation of the microchip into the brain to however it communicates with the external technologies, it's up and working, man. They're literally paraplegic, and with this brain microchip, they're able to play video games. They're able to control external technologies. Elon Musk said that with his brain microchip, that you'll be able to control robot arms, which of course is not just the robot arm, it's the robot itself. All right, because the robot itself is technology. And so it is already proven that this microchip technology communicates with external technologies. So who knows what kind of levels they will take it to, you know? But it's already a reality, right? This, and you see that the arm machine that's moving, he's doing that with his brain, his head, with the brain microchip implanted, right? He's doing that, right? So it is able to do certain things, but you know, Elon, you know, has reiterated this point of you know, what it's able to do, and so we shall see what it can do moving forward. But this is Esau, man. Esau showing himself, like basically telling the people that, you know, he can give the people, you know, godlike power, essentially, right? Because that's what he's saying when he says Jesus level, perform miracles, all right, to give the people godlike power as if they are some kind of God, and that they're supposed to be worshipped as if they're some kind of God when they're nothing of the sort. All right, they're the wicked, and you know, when Yahushua returns, they're going into slavery, and after the 1,000 years, they're going to be done away with as a nation. All right. In the same 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, right? The brightness of his coming, the return of our Lord Yahushua, who's going to put Esau out of his rulership. Esau is the wicked, okay? Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, right? Esau, right? They are the, you know, you have Satan, the spirit that the Lord is in full control of, and you have the sons of the wicked, who are the Edomites, who are here on earth, the physical form, right? Fulfilling the will of the spiritual demon Satan, okay? Who once again is in perfect order, and with all power and signs and lying wonders. And this is what this microchip is, man. Because this microchip, it's not what it is advertised as. Remember this: Esau is the devil, he is our enemy, right? And whatever he puts forward as some kind of aid, it is no aid for no Israelite, okay? So, you know, he's going to lie to the people and show the people that he can do all kinds of things and all kinds of wonders with his microchip technology, you know, which is technology is given to him from Yahweh Shemishai. That is his spiritual power on the left-hand side, okay? But, you know, with all of the wonders that it will be able to do, and, you know, that Esau will be showing the people, you know, it is really a device that will lead you to your destruction. Okay, do not take the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, because it will seem very enticing, and they're going to be running their campaigns very heavily. All right, by the way, when you look at some of the comments here, look at the comments here, look at this. You know, we at the end, lying signs and wonders, you see? 666 stamp, right? Kaisai stigma, Revelation chapter 13, and verse 18, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number from man, and his number 603 score and 6. When I break down the word 6 at G5516, it's Kaisai stigma. When you go to G4742, it says stigma, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. So the mark pricked in or branded upon the body is that microchip. It says, you know, want to be that microchip, right? To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. So you see, when you take this microchip, okay, which is the mark of the beast, as you can see, stizo, to stick. And how is the microchip inserted in the hand and in the brain microchip? It pierces the flesh and it's inserted, right? A mark pricked in, right? So when it is that you take this microchip, you Israelites, all right, what you're going to be doing is that you're going to be acknowledging Esau as your master or general, right? Because he's going to be branding you as his slave. And the Lord is going to present the hour of temptation to the entire world, right? But regarding who's not to take the microchip, that's a message on to the Israelites, right? So the hour of temptation is when you're faced with the microchip and the answer is not to take it, all right? In that moment of the hour of temptation, right? If an Israelite takes the microchip, they would have declared which side they are belonging to. They would have officially rejected Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai and accepted Esau as their God and as their master and as their savior. So the Lord is going to destroy them for that, right? Going back to the Revelation 14 and verse 9, it says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand." Let's look at the word worship here at G4352, proskuneo, to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence, right? It says like a dog licking his master's hand. So the Lord is saying that if you proskuneo, which is like a dog licking his master's hand, right? That is what you do by taking the microchip. You would have accepted Esau as your power, your salvation. You would have accepted his system as the way that the life you want to live and everything. The Lord is going to reject you. All right. If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you take the microchip, you're going to be destroyed by the thermonuclear fire, right? If you're an Israelite in America, right? This is how it's going to go. America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Before it is destroyed, Yahushua is going to return at the same time that the missiles are on their way to America. The missiles are going to be launched at the end of World War III, at the end of the War of Armageddon. The missiles are going to be launched towards America by way of her enemies, and her allies, NATO and the EU, are going to turn against America, and Yahushua is going to return, and America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. But before it's destroyed, Yahushua is going to deliver our people from the four corners of the earth, who are of the elect of the nation of Israel, and 1/3 of our people from America, and 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed in America, right? Those 2/3 are going to be taking that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, so this is the time that we're in. So you can see it is obvious what this is. This is not of God. Don't take this chip. So you have the Christians, right? In the Christian church, you have apparently some churches that they do teach that the mark of the beast is a microchip. So you'll find people who will say that the mark of the beast is a microchip. Okay. Whether they're in this truth or not. For those who have discernment, it's obvious who he's working for, and it's not for God. Technically, everybody's working for the Lord, okay, because the Lord is in full and absolute control. You see, people, you don't have any understanding, man. All right, so let's see, anything else? Transhumanism, which is true, that's what it is. A merging of man with technology is transhumanism, okay, and it's actually craziness, okay. Anybody else mention it? We are getting those godlike abilities without your chips. Well, we are. The Israelites are. The Lord's holy chosen people are. All right, but Esau, the chips, man, he's talking about that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. See, someone quotes the scripture here, Revelation 13 and verse 16 to 18. So they're saying Jesus and whatever, because as I said, apparently in the Christian church, they teach that the mark of the beast is a microchip. All right, so you can see the comments. This is the general here it is, when the chip goes in, it will control a lot more than your health issue, right? Because it has already come out, people who have had dreams and visions about the microchip, and have explained certain things regarding it, in those dreams, right, about the control that Esau will have. But yeah, man, Esau is going to be promising the people some form of spiritual power through his microchip technology, and the people are going to be falling for it. Okay? Our people, man, who do not believe in Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, but that's just what it is. And, for this to continuously be such a prominent topic being brought up on various different levels speaks to the times that we're in. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So we're at the end of Esau's kingdom. So the visions are speaking, which are these prophecies. And so this topic is going to become more prominent, right? They're going to be running huge campaigns for it. They're going to be using their celebrities to promote it. They already are. They have recently used Kim Kardashian to promote this, which is one of their highest level, most influential celebrities, right? So they're going to be running the campaign. They're going to be using the athletes and the actors and the musicians and whoever else, man, to really push the campaign when they're making that big push, right? But this is just the times that we're in, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, for this. And with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKakodesh. Shalom.